Welcome to Game and Grains, the whiskey gaming channel. I'm your player one, Richard. Jack Daniel's has been putting out some absolute bangers this year. Besides their annual release of their 10, 12, and 14-year-old Tennessee whiskey, they also dropped 5 distillery-only special reserve ryes. And if that wasn't enough, they just released their Jack Daniel's Distillery Series number 17, the High Angel Share. And with a little bit of help, I was able to score a bottle. So, grab your controllers, pour yourself a dram, and let's get into it. Now, before I get too far into this video, I need to send a special thank you to Bourbon in the Boroughs for assisting me with getting this bottle. If you're not already following him, I'll make sure that I leave a link to his socials in the description below. Now, Distillery Series number 17, the High Angel Share, has me beyond excited, and for a lot of good reasons. First and foremost, the liquid that is inside comes from Coy Hill, the barrel houses that I believe are at the highest elevation in the Jack Daniel's distillery. With that comes a lot of liquid that is being lost due to the high temperatures and evaporation. This in turn causes a highly concentrated whiskey that is very, very flavorful. The next thing is that I actually can say that I own a Coy Hill. Now, if you're used to getting those normal releases or you're familiar with them, you know that they are highly sought after and, virtually impossible to get your hands on one unless you know somebody at a liquor store or have a connection some way. This makes it a little bit more obtainable for those of us who enjoy Jack Daniel's, the Coy Hill, but just can't get our hands on it. Now, unfortunately, this is a distillery exclusive, so you do have to drive a little bit to get your hands on this, but it is much more affordable than those other products. I believe for this one was right around $45 plus tax. Now, a little bit more information about this bottle. I don't have anything memorized or prepared. We're just going to read straight from the label. Now, it does say that it is Tennessee whiskey that was laid down in 2016, making this a 10-year product that rests atop Coy Hill on the top floor of Barrelhouse 113 for that High Angel Share. The proof point, not anything to shake a stick at, 138.4. And of course, it says released summer of 2026. Now, the information here on the side is really cool too. It says, sometimes our barrels rest in our barrel houses. The angels take more than their usual share. This increased loss to the heavens presents a unique and rich concentration of flavors. Each sip coats the palate with brown sugar, banana nut bread, and a hint of maple syrup, with a long finish delivering just the right touch of oak and a comforting embrace of rich, warm flavors. What's not to be excited about this? All right, enough talk. I've already got some here on in the glass, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Man, if you've ever had any of the higher proof Jack Daniel's whiskeys, that is the nose you get through and through. I love a good store pick of a Jack Daniel's rye, and this is very similar to that. So right off the bat, it's banana nut bread. It's those pecan notes, everything that you know and love about a Tennessee whiskey. There is some of that brown sugar, that sweetness that is there. And just the slightest bit of that oakiness. The best way to describe this, at least right now, is a slightly sweeter version of some of those Jack Daniel's rye picks. The closest thing I can think of that I've tried before would be a store pick that I got from Elixir Spirits, which is located in, I think, Cool Springs, Tennessee. So let's go ahead and get in on the palate. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Obviously, there's going to be some heat here with it being 138. But the first thing that you get, to me, is like a sweet peanut butter. That sweetness lingers. I wouldn't say maple syrup like they said here on the bottle, but I just like a sweet peanut butter, a sweetened peanut butter. That is then followed by those Tennessee rye notes. You get some of that oakiness that is there. Definitely some heat on the tongue now as I'm talking and what have you. But oh my gosh, everything that if you are a Jack Daniel's fan, everything that you know and love here. Let's go ahead and get in on the palate again. I may need a minute. We might have to pause the video, but for now, cheers. All right. So again, sweetness, banana nut bread. To me, it leans more towards a peanut butter sandwich with some oakiness to it. That toasted heritage that came out recently, not as strong. I get a strong char note on that. I don't feel like the oaky notes are to that level. They're definitely higher, but not to that point. And then sweetness with that Tennessee rye note. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this bottle will probably not last very long, simply because I'm just sitting here salivating and just thinking about how much I want to go back to this again. Now, on the finish, it is sitting more towards the mid palate. I am getting a bit of some heat coming in the back of my throat as I'm talking. The flavors, again, that are lingering is just like a light pecan or peanut note, but this is heavenly. I like to go back in on the nose. Let's see if I get anything up on the nose that's different. Still peanut butter, still that banana nut bread. The sweetness is not as present on the nose. Again, now going back to it, those oak influences seem to be a little bit more prominent and more of that Tennessee rye note. One more time, to your health and to mine. Cheers. Wow. If you can get yourself one of these, it is a definite grab. And $50, you can't beat that price. Like I said, peanut butter sandwich, sweetened, slight oakiness, those notes that you would get from a Tennessee rye whiskey. Hands down, 11 out of 10. If I could give this a score, that's what it would be. All right, guys. Oh, and I have the last two. I have that sweet mash, which I believe was number 15, and then the table syrup finish, which was number 16. If I had to compare those three, this one by far, number 1, sweet mash, number 2, table syrup, number 3, out of those most recent releases. So, all right. Thank you for sticking till the end. This was a bit of a quicker video. Make sure that you check out my friend Bourbon and the Boros, his socials. Again, I will make sure to leave that down in the description below. Have you been able to get your hands on one of these? If not, have you had the opportunity to try anything from the Coy Hill Barrel House? If so, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment below. If you haven't already, please like this video and make sure that you subscribe. All right, guys, I'm your favorite player one, Richard. Have a good one.